Hello everyone, welcome back to another informative video. So this video is basically an update video of um, the seeds that we planted on the Biostrate mat, right? And this is the Mizuna and this is the tatsoi, right? And what happened is we had some heavy rains, and where the trees were sitting, it basically got flooded out, or the seedlings basically got drowned out, right? And that is why you're seeing some space here, right? um, so after germinating them with water, that's pure water, no nutrients added. After they germinated, I basically start putting in nutrient water now. So, and as you can see, this half of the Mizuna, it basically looks well, right? It came up well against the odds, right? And of course, as I said, I lost some here. But the reason you're seeing a lot of green algae here is because this part was basically more exposed to the sunlight, and the algae developed, right? But if you look inside here, you realize that inside here is mostly, as you can see there, is not so green as algae developing, because we have the canopy, or the vegetative cover, kind of protecting the biostrate mat. Let's also look at the tatsoi. So the tatsoi is the same thing happened. However, we still had a few that came through. And if you look closely, you see that we have some spots on the leaves. These are just excretion from some flies that we have right in here, some flies. So I haven't really treated them as yet, but yeah, that's why you're seeing these spots, black spots on the leaves. So right, so what have I learned so far from the biostrate? So it will develop algae if you don't have proper germination and the vegetative or canopy cover, right? Like what you are seeing here. Another thing is the biostrate will dry out. It will dry out fast, right? Especially if you're in a temperatures high, it will basically, the water will evaporate quickly. So you find that in order to properly grow the microgreens on the biostrate, you basically have to ensure that you monitor the water reservoir, or if you are using a reservoir like I did, you basically have to ensure that you have enough water, not too much to drown out the seeds or drown out the young plants, but basically to ensure that you understand how much water is evaporating, and how soon the water might be depleted, right? So what I'm trying to say is that you have to ensure that you check on the water, or right, or the whatever nutrient mixture you have often. However, if you are basically in a system where you basically consistently flow water under the tray, where the mat is consistently absorbing water, but not too much to drown out the plants, then that is good. So maybe a continuous trickling system in a reservoir, in a canal, or wherever you put them. Like even if you put them on a platform like this, you continuously have like a trickle system running through the container or the tray, and moistening the mat, right? But it is not very practical to just like, oh, I don't have any water in it now, but the mat is moist. I wouldn't advise you to just come with a bottle and just miss the plants just like that. It's best to have, like, this is my reservoir here, right? As you can see with the plastic liner, it's best to have water in the reservoir so that the mat can basically absorb the water on a continuous basis, but not like flooding the mat, right? Not flooding the mat. So or as I said, if you're putting it in another system where you have continuous water flowing through the tray, right? So that the mat can continuously have water. So that is basically something that you will have to monitor very keenly, and that's the available water for the mat to absorb for the plants. So, and also what I want to show you is is underneath the mat, right? As I told you, as you can see, this part of the mat is still parts of it white, light green, so we still have algae there, but not much. But as I said, because it has good vegetative cover. Just look under the mat. So as you can see, the water only needs to come up slightly into the tray for the roots, because as you can see, those are the roots, right? For the roots to basically absorb the water. So you just want a little water in the bottom there, bottom of the tray, for the plants to absorb the moisture. So you don't need to basically kind of drown it out, like covering the entire mat and so on. Eventually the mat will, as I said, absorb the moisture. So this is the Mizuna, this is the tatsoi, as you can see. So it works, and it's something that you can look into to start growing your microgreens, as also going a step further than microgreens and growing them a bit, growing them larger, growing the plants larger. So if you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comments area. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.